Have you ever heard a story so chilling it makes the hair on your arms stand up? A tale whispered in hushed tones of a place so cursed that it devours all hope? Today we're not just telling a story, we're stepping into a nightmare, into the decaying halls of a school from which no student ever returned. This isn't just a ghost story, it's a journey into a dark history that has been buried for decades, a history that screams to be heard from behind walls that have seen the unthinkable. Welcome to the remains of the St. Albans Preparatory School for Boys. From the outside, it looks like any other forgotten relic of the past. Gaping windows like vacant eyes, ivy strangling the brickwork, a haunting silence where the sounds of children's laughter should be. But this place is different. This place holds a secret, a terrible truth that has been intentionally forgotten. The official records are sparse, the townspeople refuse to speak its name, and the land itself seems to reject all life. But we've dug deeper, piecing together fragments of local lore, forgotten newspaper clippings, and whispered deathbed confessions to uncover the horrifying events that transpired here. The school opened its doors in the late 19th century, promising a first-class education to the sons of the wealthy. But from the very beginning, a shadow hung over St. Albans. It started subtly. A student would fall ill with a mysterious fever and vanish from the school rolls. Another would be sent home after a terrible accident on the grounds, never to be heard from again. The headmaster, a man named Alistair Blackwood, was known for his iron-fisted discipline, but whispers suggested something far more sinister was at play. He wasn't just strict. He was cruel, and his punishments were said to be medieval in their severity. As the years went by, the disappearances became more frequent, more alarming. Entire classrooms would be half empty by the end of term. Parents who dared to ask questions were met with a wall of silence or vague, dismissive explanations. Disease, accidents, runaways, the excuses were plentiful, but they didn't add up. The school became a place of dread, a place parents feared sending their children, yet the allure of its prestige was a powerful force. They convinced themselves it was all just morbid rumors, tragic coincidences. They were wrong. The local legends claimed that Headmaster Blackwood wasn't just a cruel man. He was obsessed with something dark, something ancient that he believed slumbered beneath the school. He saw the children not as pupils, but as vessels, as keys to unlocking a power he craved. The school wasn't just a place of learning, it was a laboratory for his twisted, unspeakable experiments. The final class of St. Albans in the winter of 1923 was its last. 12 boys, the final students, vanished without a trace. Not one after another, but all at once. The school was abruptly shut down, the gates chained, and the official story was a sudden outbreak of a virulent plague. But the locals knew better. They said the boys were not taken by illness, they were taken by the school itself. And this is where our story truly begins. Because the school may be closed, but it is not empty. For a century, it has stood here, rotting. And for a century, those who have been brave or foolish enough to step inside have reported things that defy explanation. The most common report? The sounds, the faint echoing laughter of children turning into blood-curdling screams. The sharp, authoritative footsteps of the headmaster patrolling the empty corridors, his presence a cold spot that drains the very warmth from your body. Paranormal investigators who have ventured inside have had their equipment go haywire. Batteries drain in an instant, cameras capture fleeting shadows darting just at the edge of the frame, and audio recorders pick up clear, distinct voices. Phrases like, "Help us," "He's coming," and the most chilling of all, a single name whispered over and over, Blackwood. Many have fled in terror, refusing to ever return, speaking of an overwhelming sense of despair and of being watched by dozens of unseen eyes. They talk about seeing small handprints appear on dusty windows from the inside, only to vanish moments later. They describe the feeling of being touched, of having their hair pulled or their clothes tugged by invisible hands. The epicenter of this activity seems to be the old headmaster's office and a locked room in the basement. In Blackwood's office, visitors report the strong smell of chalk and old paper, and some have even seen the ghostly figure of a tall, gaunt man standing by the window, looking out over the grounds as if still watching his long-lost students. His aura is one of pure menace, a cold, calculating anger that lingers in the very air. But the basement. The basement is where the true horror lies. Behind a heavy, iron-bolted door that has been forced open by modern explorers lies a room that was never on the school's blueprints. The walls are covered in strange, unsettling symbols and scorch marks. In the center of the floor is a dark, indelible stain that no amount of time has faded. This, the legends say, is where Blackwood performed his final, terrible ritual. This is where he sacrificed his final class, the 12 boys, in a desperate bid for forbidden knowledge and power. He didn't succeed in gaining what he wanted, but he did succeed in tearing a hole between worlds, trapping the souls of those innocent children here forever, and they are not at peace. They are said to roam these halls as ghostly apparitions, forever replaying their last days. People have seen them, clear as day, small figures in old-fashioned school uniforms, standing at the end of a long hallway, their faces pale and their eyes hollow with a century of sorrow. They don't seem to want to harm you. They seem lost, confused, and terrified. They will sometimes approach, holding out a hand as if begging for help, their mouths opening but no sound coming out. They are forever trapped in their final moments, forever under the shadow of their tormentor. They are the children who never grew up, the students who never graduated, the boys who never went home. Now, for the finale. The part of the story that turns this from a tragic ghost tale into something truly shocking. A few years ago, a team of urban explorers managed to get past the locked doors and into the school's sealed archives. Among decaying records and moldy textbooks, they found Headmaster Blackwood's personal journal. Most of it was filled with his cruel educational philosophies and meticulous disturbing notes on his students' weaknesses. But the final entries, written in a frantic, barely legible scrawl, revealed the horrifying truth. Blackwood wasn't trying to achieve immortality or gain ultimate power for himself. His journal revealed a deep, twisted obsession with an ancient entity he believed was connected to the land. He believed that by sacrificing the pure, youthful energy of the children, he could appease this entity and, in his warped mind, purify the world. But his last entry is the most terrifying. It wasn't about a successful ritual. It reads, "The bargain is broken. The gate is not for me. It is for them. They do not leave. They wait. They are the new guardians. I thought I was the master, but I am just the first prisoner. They will never let anyone leave. Ever." The shocking finale isn't that the ghosts of the children haunt the school. It's that they are not just victims. They are now the wardens of this cursed place. Blackwood's ritual didn't just trap them. It changed them. They are bound to the school, yes, but they are also its protectors, ensuring that the evil Blackwood tethered there never escapes. They aren't trying to scare people away. They are trying to keep them out, to save them. A tug on your shirt. The whispered warnings, the sudden feelings of dread. It's not a threat. It's a desperate, silent plea for you to turn back before you become trapped. Just like them, another soul bound to thee. St. Albans Preparatory School, the school where the students never left and where they ensure no one else ever will. The school isn't just haunted by its students, it's guarded by them. Thank you so much for joining me on this chilling journey into the darkness. What do you think really happened to the lost boys of St. Albans? Let me know your theories in the comments below. If you enjoy diving into mysteries like this, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Stay safe and always be curious.